there, a warm welcome back to Andrew Thake, who is joining us here to talk about Minds and Money, which is coming up this May. So this is completely different. Obviously, last time we had masks, didn't we? And it still went ahead. It was still a big, successful event. But this time, we're hoping it's going to be even more so, right, Andrew? Great to see you again.
Yeah, well, thank you very much for your time today, Katie. Yeah, the November event went very, very well. We got we were dealt a bit of a curveball, obviously 48 hours beforehand with Boris Johnson's announcement. And that slightly sort of restricted some of the attendance. But this May, we're back to normal. And this will be the first of two in-person London events. So this will be our Minds and Money London Connect event on the 4th and 5th of May. And it's slap bang in the centre of London, taking place at County Hall ETC, right by the London Eye.
Excellent. All right. So the fact that it's in May, hopefully there's going to be no restrictions as well to worry about, which will be fantastic. What else can we imagine the event to be like? Much of the same?
Well, we've got 70 mining companies signed up. So a very, very strong showing. Obviously a good showing in terms of gold sort of like producers, especially given in mind the recent price rise. But also, I guess, with regards to sort of battery metals, lithium, nickel, and cobalt, so kind of plenty of companies within that space. I think the other thing to sort of stress as well is we've got some really interesting speakers. I'm delighted that we've finally got the Department for Transport for London to go and speak at the event. So we've got a gentleman called Alex Gilbert, who heads up the energy and electrification there, to talk about how they're managing the energy transition. And I thought that would be an interesting way of kind of tackling, I guess, what's one of the key issues of the event, which is energy transition and the circular economy, and obviously how we go about that in terms of sustainability and how the mining industry can go and play a role there.
Yeah, I think that would be really, really interesting. And of course, we were kind of touching on that last time as well, but even more so as we go into 2022. And of course, it's a completely different dynamic now. We've got the situation going on in Ukraine. And aside from the politics, of course, that's had an enormous impact on the metal industry. We've had, nickel, especially, just absolutely surging. Do you think that'll also be a theme, the commodity prices in general?
Yes, definitely. We've got two big sort of panels specifically looking at this. So we've got a big sort of commodities panel keynote discussion with a number of commodity strategists discussing some of the key issues and some of the key trends, but also delving in a little bit further. We've got a Pacific panel looking at supply chains and probably how we need to rethink supply chains, especially now as to what's happened in Ukraine. I mean, it was an important issue and governments were looking at it pre the invasion of Ukraine, but it's now obviously become even more important in terms of their agendas.
Yeah, quite right. So what kind of a person would be interested in coming to this event? So you said you've got 70 mining companies. They're obviously there to showcase what they've got and what they've got to offer for investors. But what would be the reason someone would want to be there? What can they sort of get out of it?
I think that what we like to feel we offer at Minds and Money is that sort of double benefit of not only do we provide the opportunity for you to go and meet the mining companies and set up one-to-one meetings with them or just come up to their booth and have a chat, we also provide really good, meaningful content that goes and gives you a really big picture as to where the mining industry is attending. In terms of the sort of person that would like to attend, I guess if I could have one wish, is we're always very good at getting people that know the industry, whether it's a natural resource investor that always invests in mining, in mines, or whether it's a bank or broker or consultants involved in the industry. If I had one wish for the first sort of May event, I'd love to go and get some investors that don't traditionally invest in mining, who might be ESG investors, they might be millennials, they might just be professional investors that have up to now preferred other sectors. But the message I would give to them is that the mining company is making real efforts and steps forward in terms of ESG, and they might have in previous years not to have invested in mining companies because they didn't feel that they met ESG criteria. But the industry made huge sort of leaps and bounds in that area, and I just encourage them to come along and just reappraise and reassess.
Okay, yeah, good advice. All right, thank you very much indeed, Andrew. We will see you there on May the 4th to the 5th this year for Minds and Money this spring.
Thank you for your time, Katie.